only way to get rid of that ad is replace it with another ad. Good. So I got this. There's a Macho Man one I want to get, but yeah. All right, guys. Together. We're going to be working closed guard escape. Closed guard escape. If nobody needs, we all know. For everybody, guys, this is Brent. You trained the Gator Brent with me.
What's up, Brent? Hey, Brent.
Alright.
Sunday, right?
Yeah, I think it's Sunday. Alright, guys. No resistance unless you want it. Let's go. Turn the camera on and you ask me questions. Laughed at it, bro. I was like, this is crazy. Even has a sense of humor, huh? Do that, put it in. Looks like a nice door. Switch it to beat. No, that's not necessary. Well, I think you have to just do it. Don't cross it. No, that's not necessary. I don't have to whip it. Yeah.
So I got to switch it. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Well, it's just touching to get so there's no space for me to like.
In your hip and I'll take your hips. Can you move your hips? I can't drop. I can go with this one. Right? Start to move around. Or you can just Alexa, volume down 2. All right, everybody. So, 2 Thursdays now we've done legs. We started with the ankle. Our window was wide for our tap before injury. Then we did the toe hold. It's a little smaller, but still, very good window. Today we're going to go over knee bars. That window decreases drastically. Between toe hold to knee bar, it decreases. And the window is the window of availability to tap before you get an injury. Especially if somebody's going 100 miles an hour. Which we shouldn't be. Not in the training room, don't go 100 miles an hour. If you rolled with me and I did a knee bar on you, you can't raise your hand and be like, Coach, you ripped my knee bar. Because when I get a knee bar, it's very slow and determined. And it costs me more energy to finish it slow than you're defending it, to be honest with you. Because to go slow with the knee bar is fighting against the hamstring, which is a strong muscle of the body. I'm like trying to use my back and put my hips forward, and your hamstring is just curling. But for me to go slow really takes a lot of energy on my part. And that's just me saying that shows that I'm not trying to hurt anybody, but you do need to feel the finish of the knee bar. So when you're doing it, understand like if you're doing the knee bar, it's early and I lose it. With the knee bar, you can be strong, right? When we've done submissions, and I said, look at this. You take this from here to there, and that's perfect first. So you can go quick from here to there, but then stop here. Especially when you do it. Move up their back. When does it start to hurt? No, when it starts to hurt, or when it's at. You know, from an inch back from there, you can go from here to there. And you're not going to hurt. bars, you can straighten it quickly, and you need to, or that person's going to curl in the bend, right? So you need to straighten it quickly, but the hyperextension or the submission is a few degrees, right? You can lock the knee here, you get the knee straight, and it's not hurting the knee. But when you start to bend it backwards, and I can't demonstrate it going backwards, but it starts, so that shows you not a lot of pressure is needed to make it go the right direction once you get it extended. The strength of curling it is taken away once it's fully extended. There'll be pressure still, but it won't be nearly as strong as when we're here. We're here. Once you get it out, just like your arm bars, you're strong here. Once you get it extended, notice that everyone just kind of leans up because they're trying to relieve that pressure off the back of the elbow. So with knee bars, it's the same scenario. We can get extended, but it's when we begin to bring our hips forward that the submission begins, right? So if I can extend my knee and stand straight up and doesn't roll my knees, I can have the knee bar and I can go straight over my posture here. But when I start to do this, that's when we need to go very slow. Okay? So let's talk about the knee bars. It is recommended that we control the foot because the foot will move left and right and they will twist their leg left and right to take the pressure off of it. Same thing with the arm bar. We'll turn the thumb. The hand is the same as the foot when it comes to the appendage. We're trying to bend it in the wrong direction. Right? You have to have it in the right spot. So, what does a knee bar look like? Right? Go back. Alright, so we're here with this knee. We want to capture this and control this and put pressure with our hips here to bend it that way. If he turns it and we bend this, sometimes they can bend it. Sometimes it creates even worse injury if they don't tap. Guys, this is practice, this is training. Just tap. If it gets extended and you don't know a way out, that's your sign to tap. Don't wait till you start to feel the burning in your hamstring or your knee makes a funny noise. And that burning happens to you. Once it's extended, I like to extend it and give you a few seconds to try to figure out a way out without hurting yourself. If I feel you powering up to make a huge explosion, I'll just let go. Because if you explode the wrong way, you're going to tear your knee apart. So, hold it, give them a few seconds. If you're the person that has the knee bar on them, then just tap. If you don't know any way out. If you know the escape, try your escape. Your training partner shouldn't be trying to eat your knee. They should be giving you an opportunity or at least slowly applying the pressure. Okay? So, what does it look like? Usually, when we get this knee bar, we end up on our side. We have our legs. We'll have the foot and we'll control it like a rear naked choke. Hand on the toes, and we'll do this. We'll switch around so you can see. Totally did this in the wrong direction. All right. Best case, we have both of your legs across here. All right. So we want the foot and the head. We can use our head to control this foot. See how I'm moving it? You can bring your hand in, grab across the toes. Remember how we did last week? With the middle finger across the joint or the toes for the ankle lock, or the toe rather. And we come in. Now, we just lock this in. Now we own this foot. Now wiggling his foot back and forth, sliding left and right, trying to get loose is going to be difficult. His heel is in the crook of our elbow. We have his foot pinned with our neck and our hand. And at this point, we can start to arch. And then you'll feel the pressure in your hips. When you start to press your hips with the knee, it feels tight. And you just start going. And that's it. Now, we're here. I can go here. I can go here quickly. His knee is moved, right? In this scenario, if you need to adjust, you can always throw your leg back. You want your hips in front. So remember how you do an arm bar? And sometimes that knee will move around, or that elbow will move around, and you have to adjust over your hip. The arm bar is in the center. In this scenario, the knee bar is over the hip. Never finish an arm bar over the hip. Bring it outside over your hip. It's the same mechanics for you. This, you're over here. You're also here, there's space and movement. Even if I lock it in, there's still space and movement. When I lock it in here, there's no space and movement. This knee is already just out locked down. A little bit of pressure. That's just me rotating my shoulder back. So you can imagine if a person were here, boom, and just watch his foot, knows where it's at, can't move. Now watch what happens when I get forward. So imagine his foot still being back here. We reserve a lot of the explosiveness and stuff with tournaments and just go and all that. That's one of the things about tournaments that you can understand. That's why they don't let like white belts and blue belts at certain belt levels play this in tournaments, because if you're great at it, you're a white belt. Most other white belts aren't good at it. These days it's kind of flip-flop, but most white belts don't know. They either know how to do it, and they don't understand the mechanics, or they don't understand a lot about it, so they just get it and they just send somebody's knee into the blue. So they wait until you're like purple belt and up. Well, because you most likely as a purple belt, you're a phenom, and you've been doing it for 2 days, and you just got your purple belt, or you've been doing it for years and years, and you understand body mechanics, and you understand and you know when your knee is caught, you can tap and you can take the injury, or you can stay out of it, set it up, you understand the mechanics of it, right? So that's why this one is left for the higher belts, purple and blue. Straight ankle, big window. They usually now they're starting to let white belts do straight ankles, when they used to never let you do any legs. Toe holds, they'll let the blue belts do toe holds and ankles. Usually knee bars are reserved for purple belt and higher. Heel hooks usually nowadays sometimes heel hooks are only allowed for brown belts. But now we're starting to limit it down to purple belt. So the reason I say in a beginner, try not to jump in and just do a knee bar if you see one, unless you've had this class, because you can really use your training bar. But now you're having a class, so you can do it private, right? With people you trust. That's all we did at trust the people you're training like box with, or you risk being in. Okay? So for this knee bar, I want you guys to get your training partner. They're gonna have their leg out. We're gonna get both of our legs on the inside here. We're gonna get this foot next to our head. We're gonna lock in this grip. And our training partner, we can put them up on their side. My feet are behind his back. So that means they're protected from him doing a counterattack. If my foot's on over here, or if I leave my foot in here, it's susceptible to him starting first. Look at that. He's pushing my elbow off. Right? But also he can reach up and start grabbing at my feet. Right to the local. Now we're doing what's called the leg lock shootout. Alright? Here, we get our hip, make sure our hips are in front of the knee, and then I want you to let him bend the knee. And I want you to just come gently here. Great. Alright? We're trusting and we're learning, but boom, we're there. We're there, it's okay. And then, slowly extend. You saw the window from the time when I extended to the time it's out. Small. So, we'll keep going. So, you guys talk about it. Nice. And it's okay to sit there like, as a training partner, we're all trusting each other that we're gonna go slow, back slow. You don't have to resist them, unless they say, hey, let me get a little bit of resistance. It's good for you to understand what it is you're gonna be going up against when they start to curl that leg. Because you're gonna be like, dang, son, this is, especially if their legs at 90, it's almost impossible to pull this all the way straight. Okay? We'll get into how to enter into these in just a second. Let's everyone get in that position, give it a shot. All right, any questions? On three. 1, 2, 3. So you scoot closer. Both legs out from underneath him and all both of them towards the back. And I want you to scoot your hips until you're like you're sitting on his hips. See how easy it is to fits right on your shoulder. So now your outside arm, which is your right arm, top leg, look where behind us. Take the top leg and then bring your right arm to the right hand to your left leg. Take your right arm, don't move straight down. Take your right arm, start your right hand on your left hand. Now take your other hand and run it over and grab his toes like this. Now from here, let's let Brent bend his knee. So bend You got it there. I just want you to straighten your body out, nice and slow. Brandon, go get it. Your head's done right now. Okay, so then go back. And then straighten out again. Still good. Yeah, do that every time. And then you can start to increase speed. Sit there. Boom. You know how to stop. Then click this foot. That's doing this turn. And then now, as a last one, you're going your spine. So you understand you can get through here. Slowly. How much? How much is that? About that much? About an inch, inch and a half? So there's, from that straight position to the back, not much. By that wrinkle, it's a lot smaller than our other back. So that's so see how this is, that ankle's down here, with your ankle on your shoulder. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to scoop. Think of this. You want your hips to be sitting on your hips. Freeze. Keep going back. Down. Put that on your shoulder. Now grab the toes. Yes. Now hug your head. Keep your knee on the mat. Real tight. Yes. All right. So bend your leg in. No. So John, from here you're gonna put this. Bend your leg, Megan, a little more. Now, just straighten your back. Stop. Does that feel okay, Megan? Is that in danger at all? Yeah. Make sure you keep your shoulders this way. Yes. Now bend again. No. Yeah. Bend down. Now straighten out. Not bad. Bend down. Straighten out. Now, slowly bring your hips forward. Nice. How much was that? I was saying a little bit of space.
It's tiny. It's like a centimeter.
It feels like it. It's actually, watching it, it's like an inch worth of it moving. But the key, the point I'm trying to get at, if you guys go ahead and switch and practice, is that I want you to understand that you can take it straight. It's the hyperextension where you're going to have to go slow. When you're fighting against someone who's resisting you very strongly, it is difficult to get it slowly without extending it quickly first, if that makes sense. You have to go from here to here quickly, because if you let them understand that you're going for a knee bar, they're going to curl with all their might. Then you're in the rubber band scenario. Have you been here when I talked about inverted arm bars from the bottom? When they're pressing in and you're doing the arm bar, then they relax and it slingshots into that arm bar. It's the same scenario. If they're trying to curl, you're trying to pull, and they relax. Sometimes people do this. I've done it for arm bars. I listened to the wrong voice on the wrong shoulder that was saying, one of them was saying defend, the other said go, bro. I got this, bro, let's go. Slingshot it into an arm bar. Tap. Same thing. You relax and you're fighting, you feel like you're losing it, and I'm gonna tap. Oh, I'm gonna relax and then tap. Well, that person is in full flexion and they're trying to fight your hamstring. And the second you relax, they're gonna you're not gonna have time to tap. You're fighting a submission. No matter what. And you know you need to tap. And you're gonna tap. But you have defenses in place that are just barely keeping you alive. Do not relax and let go and then tap. People have a tendency to do that. I don't know why. I've done it too. Keep everything there, and then once it's like tap. But don't let things go. You're curling this leg and you're losing that battle. You're losing it. But tap. Don't go. Oh, I'm losing it. Oh. Snap. Oh, tap. What's wrong with you, John? You broke my knee. No, you didn't break my knee. I broke my own knee because I just completely gave up and then let you break it. So, just so that you guys, that's what we're doing. That's why we're doing this little experiment here to show you guys the extension, how much pressure it actually takes. Now, get your partner. I'll get them. Training partners, start here, not even 90, start at 45, and try to curl it. Don't resist it. If you're the one on the leg, feel how that feels to go down. Feel how they curl you. Then, I want you to hold it as best you can. Feel the tension back and forth. And then, if you can, slowly, try to get it straight. Person that's defending and pulling, do not relax. Just tap when you feel like it's getting strapped, okay? Go ahead and do that.
Is that a reap technically?
Yeah, that was deeper already.
That's what it turned back into the keyboard. Yeah.
You get that out. Do me a favor. When you guys get in here and you were extending that leg to see, now I want you to give it a 45. And I want the person that's here to pull it as hard as you can and see if you can hold that person. Just see if you can hold it. Yeah, just see if you can keep it in that position, and then slowly try to bring it straight. Okay? Now, a person that's curling your leg, do not relax your leg because they're fighting against you. You're gonna get that slingshot effect and it's gonna bump. So always tap before you relax. Before releasing your defense. Okay? Give that a shot. They're just starting to feel what it's like to fight that hamstring. You take this. Yeah, pull it. Nice. He can tap before his knee got straight. There's tension in your knee. There's tension in his knee because, first of all, stay right there. So we turn like face. Nice. You just rotated more, you'll feel stronger. Go ahead and curl that. Let him get a 45. Make it lean forward a little bit. Perfect. Right there. Get it nice and tight. Bring this to your shoulder. Nice. Just brought it closer. Put your head there straight. Now, John, curl it. Don't let her straighten.
Controlling it during that straight and jerk process, right? Once it gets straight, you cannot allow it to be.
You felt a little stronger though, didn't you? Yeah, because when you were sitting on your side, you were angling your knee and it made pressure on your knee. When you faced that way, it was just hamstring. Hamstring.
Think about
So I'll just treat you.
You guys switch. You guys already do it. Yeah.
Right there, now you got it. Yeah. You just control my foot instead of
your ACL tears. Yeah.
Just
So
up.
So.
Shoulder. Now let it bend it. More. Come to me. Dry. That's okay. All right. Now, make sure TK you're facing that way totally. Nice. No, you're good. Right there. Now, hold it TK and guard slowly start to extend. Stronger. Yes. So imagine, guys, you're rolling doing this, and you're trying to go for that submission, and they're fighting this. They're also going to be trying to pull their leg out. They're going to be kicking with their other leg. They're going to be doing all kinds of stuff while they're curling that hamstring. So, for you to be nice and not rip their knee apart, you've got to learn to have great control. Some people will be like, man, don't do that, just send it, man. They got to learn to defend it. In some gyms and academies, they're really open about like, just go for it, bro. Only the strong survive. And that's great for them. I like to see people do jiu-jitsu, so the more the merrier. But you need to know what this feels like so that you can understand when you need to tap or when you might not need to tap. Notice that when you were rolling, if you sat at an angle and you didn't completely look in one direction, your partner was in the other, you didn't have as much strength because your knee was turning and the pressure was coming at like a 45, not a straight through here, it was going through here or sideways, and that'll cause injuries as well, and you're not as strong. You're not nearly as strong. So what you need to do is you need to turn. If you're the person doing this, you need to turn and start to face the opposite direction that they're facing. Now, here's the problem. What happens is you turn, their hamstring is going to be stronger because now it's not a sideways lateral, it's here. But you have less chance of injuring them erroneously or, just as a casualty of the situation and the angle, you tear something that you weren't looking to do, it was accidental. Collateral damage to the knee, which you weren't intending, you were just wanting to straighten the knee. But a ligament got twisted or sheared because it was at a weird angle. So, when you're in there, make sure that your hips are there, you've got that foot control. A lot of it is if you don't control that foot well. They'll turn their hips, they'll rotate their foot. All right, so today let's talk about so now we know what to do, we felt it, we resisted it. How do we get there? All right, so lots of ways to get to a knee bar, okay? Just like there's lots of ways to get to an arm bar. So when I'm here and I'm working with CJ and I want a knee bar, a lot of times I can try to get there from the bottom, okay? Like if somebody goes out, somebody throws their leg to the side. I have a simple one. Today I'm gonna go off topic. Normally I do the most difficult one first, then I do the easy one. This is the one I like to do. All right, so I like to do it from half guard. Here, TJ puts his legs here, and I'm in this position. Now, this works in no gi, works in gi. Okay? So, we're here. With CJ, he comes up like he's trying to get on his side. I let him. Hand pushes his hand down. Okay? Then I'm going to plant my hands with this hand here. I'm gonna back step. And then I'm gonna sit on his hips here. You might be thinking, Coach, you can take your back. I'm sitting on his hips. If I were here, yes, I can take my back. I scoop my butt back to the squishy part of his abdomen, just below his diaphragm. I feel his rib cage on either cheek. That's gonna be tough for him to take my back. I also hook this and put my hand on my thigh. Let's rotate. Hook and put this hand here. He's gonna try to defend it by bringing it down. He may even bring this over to hook, which is fine. When I'm here, depending on how this does, I'll pull this up at the toes, and I bring this up. From here, I'm gonna fall to my left, bringing this up. I bring my elbow straight to the heel till it locks on that heel, and then we find ourselves in this position again. My feet are behind him. I don't have to worry about getting leg locked. I'm nice and tight. And then I can here, I have to get it. When he comes up, if I don't control this hand, and I go to just back step without it, sometimes you might get away with it. Sit back for a second. If I just went here, what's CJ gonna do here? Yeah, he is gonna take my back. He's gonna come up, he's gonna crawl up. That pinning of the wrist causes him to not be able to follow you. Here, boom, I might be fighting with it, boom. I come this way with him. I turn so that I can back step. And I bring my hips center. And I grab this. Here. He can grab all he wants back there, that's fine. I might even push my hips back up into his diaphragm and make that extra spicy because he loves it. And then I'm gonna be here. He throws his foot over or not. Most people will do this. Don't try to pull here, don't try to pull here. Pull at these toes. Right? And if you can, an interesting way to take care of this, which really sucks for him, is now he's really done. And notice I don't even pull this to my neck in this because it's bad news bears. I can actually bring this. Go ahead and curl it. You're okay. I recently reintroduced Brent to little ropes. So, notice you're at the end of that lever, okay? That is also a point of knee bars. You don't want to be trying to pull at the calf. Here. All the way here, okay? If you're trying to pull his knee here, good luck for you. If you can, good job. Keep it in the gym. If you're squatting, lifting, some of the pressing and stuff, right? Deadlift truck. Any questions? See what apart are we going to do? Right hand, right hand, on the wrist. Yes. Close your hand out here. So close all your wings. Bring your hand out. Now, touch it down. Nice and easy. Scoop up that. Scoop that, put your hand underneath. Nice. Wide feet, and bring your hip forward. Kind of like you're trying to also grab. Nice. You feel the rib cage in your butt cheeks. That's the way to do it. It's horrible for him. Now, John, what would you do for here to the shin fall? Yes. All right. Toes. Throw it underneath. Ah, nice. I like that grip. Now, all you have to do is pull this here. Remember, this is around there. So switch, slide. Now fall to your left. So both legs behind it.
keyboard on that, that's amazing.
Yes. Now slow. Sorry. Yes, as you fall, it straightens the point arm.
Yeah.
So you're here fighting, so you sit up, right? Because that's the normal. We don't like to sit up. That's making space for him. So you're gonna come up, so right hand to his left wrist, right? Same side hand to wrist. Push it to the back, and I want your hand to come out here. Look how your shoulders work. Come out here. Now back step. Should be even. Yes. Now scoot your hips over till you're comfortably sitting on the side. Now sit up and put your hand on top of your thigh. And that's all you need. See how your legs are like this? I want you to put it off. Yeah. Nice. Bring them out. You want to bring your knees or your weight drives back. Yeah. Now, keep that there. Now, do me a favor. Press your feet in and kind of move your hips back a little. More pressure in back. Come back a little bit. Now, Levi, what would you do? Perfect. I want you to grab his toes. Pull him this way. Now, don't let him go. So bring it underneath. So you start to bring this up. Now, put this underneath. Oh, so you can grab it with that hand. If you go here, see how you go. Oh, that's it, right? Now you're here, locked in, you're out of the case, or you can make them get a little way off. But that's fine, over here. Now, back here, now they have to go and put it here. Take it back here. And if it's there, under here, or not here, however, good. Now,
This locked or another, that's
straight that whole and roll to your right, left, roll to your left. No, no, take it. You're gonna straighten to his feet. Now fall and start to pull this up. Let go of that. I have the knee ball up, right? You don't have slowly sitting right there. So now, extension over is where it's at. Okay. So you're always fighting. You're always going to get that hand into the lever.
You try my level.
No. Good. Now back step. Scoot. Come back. Scoot. Now, take your right hand. Put your left hand out forward. Now back step. This is good. How that feel? Real better. So, you back step. You don't have to back step super, okay? And you don't have to be very far out. You just want his hand to be like right here or something. And your other hand's there so that your back stepping is easy. You can spin. Once you turn and scoot your hips back into a stomach. No, like feet on the ground. You need your feet on the ground to adjust your hips back.
Money pops on.
Nice. Now, hand underneath and then on your own thigh.
They scare the shit out of me.
Like that. There you go. Brent, what you gonna do from here? What will be your instinct?
Oh, yeah.
Try to mount or move. So do that twice. So it's not going nowhere, right? He's got the good Levi's legs. If he's moving too much, scoot your hips back into his stomach. Nice. Now, Brent, can you bump? Less, right? Yes. Levi, no leaning back, always leaning, posture straight up on that leg. Now bump, Brent. Feel the difference in that? Nice. You're leaning back a little bit, you can make it some advantage. All right, Brent, what would you do from there? Now that you're here, you've got time. There's no, this is like what do you think you might do? Bring that foot up to try to push off, or hold on, I got you. Give me let you sit. Now, you know he wants to straighten out. So a lot of people will cross to keep you from being extended.
Under my knee.
Your right hand grabs the toes, close hand, and just moves it. And if you can, tuck it underneath that leg. Nice. You don't have to hook it with your other leg like I did. Just keeping it there is good enough. If Brent tries to fight to get this leg out, he's pulling for the wrong leg. This is the leg that's attacked. Now, here's what you're gonna do. Take this hand. Boom. Because this is where you're gonna end up, right? Now, slide, ball, slide straight to the heel. Nice. Bring your elbow, crook your elbow to the end of his heel. Nice. Now slowly start to. Now, stop. Slide your elbow back down. Brent, curl your leg a little bit. Now slowly extend. It's a lot harder, wasn't it? this far from the end of the heels to the calf. Bend it a little bit, Brent. Bend it. Now stand. See how much easier it is? Always try to go for that at the end of the lever. Even if you come this deep, it is amazing how much more you have to do. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we check.
Do it. Boom. Here. Back step. Put your yes. Now turn, and you need to be like this.
Because you can do all that.
Oh, Megan's like, oh, you disgusting animal. I love it. All right, put your hand on the thigh. Nice. If Megan goes to defend, grab the toes, move it out of the way, and throw it under the leg if you need to. Nice. You can actually take this hand and not grab it away. So just curl your hand over. Boom. Yes. Move your thumbs, middle finger, cross it to the line. Now, when you go to fall, you're going to straighten that leg. When you go to fall, I want you to take this elbow. Yep. Freeze. Underhook first. Tuck it. Elbow. And slowly elbow. Let go. Something that we found over here. Stop. Come back to the back. Bring your elbow down here. Let her bend it. Completely on your side. Now, Megan, don't let it go.
Wrestling back in the day.
How much more resistance are you? It was tough at first, but you know, neck, your elbows slip. Yeah. So it's just a testament to get it to the end of the lever. If you try to pull from here, you're going to be fighting so much more. Naturally, sometimes you slide to the end. Guys, if you guys over here with the long legs, they can try to do it from down here. Huge difference. You saw when I just grabbed the heel. But if I grab the heel, it's just straight up. You guys have any questions? Come on, Big G. Off the hand. That's it. Garden, you come up. Here's what I want you to think. If you just sit like right there on the. Nice. Now see how this foot's straight and that foot's there? Both feet need to be like this. See how far my feet are and how far yours are? Not even close. This is your base, yes. Now you're sitting on its hip. You need to scoot these hips over here. Yes. Now, oh, you've already got it. Scoop the foot. Bring it up. Now, you're gonna, yeah, there you go. Now switch it to the outside shoulder. No, don't fall yet. You don't even have it locked in. Switch it to the outside shoulder. See, locking this leg, so then you scoot your hips back a little more. Yes. So before you fall, this needs to be up here, or you at least need to have that, right? Bring it to your shoulder. Bring your left hand to your shoulder.
If you do it right, you don't even have to fall.
Yeah, you might not even have to fall from here. If you just start going like this, but hold that. Bring this to your shoulder. Put your head on this side, and then this hand. You can go here, or now straighten that leg out. Fall to your left. That's what. Keep your legs behind him. Nice. Now, slow. All right, guys. So, how do we get to that knee bar from different places? I'm going to show you one quick variation, and then I'll show you one called the dog bar, which is one I usually do knee bars from. It's weird. But I'll show you one that's closer. Come into my garden of doom. All right, we're here. CJ might be trying to sit up or whatever the case. He gives me space. Go ahead and come up with your hips. I come under here. Guys, there's going to be names for these types of things. There's called K guards and all these other kind of guards, right? Where we come in and we drop our knees to the mat. We bring this leg in. Throw it over. We do this. Basically, we're throwing over into here. Everybody see that? Come back. I won't go over the mechanics of the finish. I'm just going to show these two variations. We're here, fighting. I get this here. I swing this leg out. This foot is inside, but I cup it on his hip so it's tough for him to get to. And then I bring this here. And I can hit it. Boom. Or if you're here, pitch it, and you can hit forward. All right? If Your hand goes under their leg. We bring this knee to the ground as we kick this out wide and over. And then we extend them to extend the knee. We extend them with our legs. Always hide my foot, and now I'm here. Hips in front of the knee, pull. Ah. Tell you what, let's just stop with that. I'll do the dog bar next week, next Thursday. Remind me. Because I just realized we're already late for things. Guys, get that at practice a couple times. What do they? So go ahead and reach underneath your arm under his leg. So now, think of dropping this knee to the mat. Just shoot this out. Space. Kick that other leg out. No, that leg stays. Kick this one out wide and bring it up under his butt cheek. See how you see where you're at? Feel it. Nice. Good job tucking that foot. So do that. Nice. Yes, it tucks so that try to hold in the time that you can't be at Kneebar. Becky's like, okay. All right, this is a leg lock shootout, John. You toe hold, she'll Kneebar. Go.
That's like a win.
Yeah. Hold on, Levi, I'm coming. All right, go back to guard. So you're here, Brent sits up. You're gonna reach. So Levi, you're gonna reach under and get your shoulder to his knee while you hook his leg. Yes. So go ahead. Boom. Now stop. Scoot your hip out a little bit and drop that knee to the mat. Inside of his leg. No. Bring that leg out. You want this leg to stay on the outside, but you want your knee to go in here. Look. Now, what's that doing here? Now, take this other leg, and I want you to kick it out wide this way. Yes. That's okay. Keep going. Now bring it over and put your heel here. Nice. Now extend out. Keep that tucked in his hip. He was already there. Boom. It's a little lateral because Brent fell that way. Brent, come up on your right shoulder. Nice. Now you're going to that knee bar. And you can bring this knee up a little to you. Yes. Nice and tucked. There it is. So even if his arm is there, keep kicking that leg out. When you do it quickly, their arm usually either gets bumped or their arm's too far out. So you hook the leg, you open your guard, and you scoot your hips out to drop your knee to the mat. Kind of turn to hook his hip. The other foot, when it comes out, I didn't point this detail out. Throw that leg over and try to put your heel on their butt cheek, right where their butt cheek meets here. That leverage is when you start to extend your leg, it pushes them this way to get the leg. Butt cheek, baby. Come back. I didn't tell you guys, when you throw the leg over, your goal is to take your heel to where their butt cheek meets their leg. That's going to give you leverage to push with your legs to straighten that knee out. Look, drop your knee in. Nice, stop. When you swing this over, your heel is right here. And then you'll take your legs and extend them and get you, boom. Yes, see, right there. And now you can that. You're a little high, but you're still there. Everything's tight. You guys good? Both of you guys did it? You're good? Throw that leg out. All the way over. Throw that leg out. Over. Bring this leg, bring this heel to here. Just because, yes. Because now you can push with both legs and it bumps them forward.
Oh, okay. Extend out.
And then you just extend. Yes. Drop your knee to the mat, John. Heel. Up behind his leg. Behind you. Here. Okay. Now extend. Nice.
Yeah.
This is the right side. You're a little far off of it. It's just because you're not used to bringing that around and grabbing and keeping it close. Brent, can I borrow you real quick? See how I move my hips out? And I'm here. If there's anything that you do, I watch Rip. So it's
down on my chest as well.
Because it's the way they need to be.
But you just have to learn to gauge how far. In real life, when I'm doing this in reality, there's a lot of resistance. So when I do it, it tends to be more like this. Now, see how I say low threat time? Because of the resistance. When we're drilling and we can push them, they're not really resistant. And when we push them a little too far, we lose them.
Especially out short.
So you've got to understand that when you push them in a resisted effort, he's resisting, I'm pushing. My push doesn't send him as far as if he was just drilling relaxed. I'm pushing him hard. When he's relaxed, I push him too far away. If I push him hard whenever he's resisting, it gives me the leverage to straighten him away. You see what I'm saying? So just when you're doing that, make sure you don't send him so far away you lose your knee bar. So, any questions? On three. 1, 2, 3. Line up, line up.
They got beta tonight.